Good evening. With their lives in possible danger, New Valley residents were moved out of their homes this weekend. The State Department of Land and Natural Resources is removing two large boulders above Haleola Street. As KITV4's Shane Enright reports, not everyone chose to evacuate.
Perched above a neighborhood of houses in New Valley sits a large boulder weighing close to 10 tons. To stabilize the boulder, a state-contracted crew drilled anchors behind the rock and wrapped two industrial-strength straps tightly around it.
And you can see it's pretty dominant.
Residents raised concerns over the rocky hillside following a frightening incident in 2008 when a boulder came loose.
You can actually see a trail it made, and then the rocks split, one at a time. Of course, they wasn't at the same time, and then crashed into two residential properties.
State Civil Defense Director Ed Teixeira says the removal of the boulder was delayed following failed negotiations between state and city agencies along with the residents and landowners. He says in the past 2 years, the foundation supporting the rock deteriorated and weakened, making it critical to remove the boulder immediately. Contractors plan to secure the boulder with steel netting, then use airbags to control the boulder as it is moved.
So they have a way to just kind of lift that particular rock up with a lot of netting, and the idea is to take this 6 to 10 ton rock and roll it back.
Crews are also working to remove overhanging rocks. 28 homes on Haleola Street received evacuation notices. Despite residents being strongly advised to evacuate, Teixeira says 3 families chose to stay put. Teixeira says if there is an emergency, the state will force those residents out of their homes.
And should something get loose, we want to be right there to pound on that door and do what we can to get that particular resident out.
Shane Enright, KITV4 News.
The state anticipates removing the large boulder by tomorrow. A DLNR official says there's no definite timeline as to when the overhanging rocks will be removed, since those rocks are not posing an imminent threat. And although residents are expected to be allowed back into their homes tomorrow night, they'll have to check with state civil defense before getting that green light.